Hey everybody, Matt here from ChildcareCRM, joined by Sarah from Winnie. So excited because we're talking big partnership launch today, aren't we? Hey Sarah, how you doing?
Great. Great to chat.
Good, thanks for joining. So ChildcareCRM and Winnie on the cusp of launching a really exciting partnership, but wanted to get on and talk to our customers and users about what we do and how we're going to work together going forward. Winnie is an awesome solution, everybody. If you have not seen it yet, you need to check it out. And really unique, right? Because for the childcare industry, it really addresses both the critical kind of parties, which are our parents who are searching for care, and then those providers who are providing it. So I thought it'd be cool to kind of start, Sarah, and talk a little bit about, obviously we've had a wild 2020 so far, and I think us coming together is extra pertinent these days because we can help centers think about growing coming out of this. And I know you see a lot of different trends, both on the parent and the provider side. You want to talk about what you're seeing a little bit on the parent side first?
Sure. So Winnie, you can find it at winnie.com. It's a marketplace for finding daycare and preschool. So we see millions of parents on our platform searching for childcare. An interesting trend that we're seeing this year is that parents aren't following the same seasonal patterns that they followed in previous years. We're actually seeing September was the biggest month for childcare searches, even bigger than August this year. And we're seeing that strong growth into October. So parents are really searching kind of year round for childcare now. And I think that's due to COVID. People are getting comfortable going back to childcare at different times, and their needs are changing depending on, maybe whether they are going back to work or whether they have older kids in school. And so it's really a great time to get in front of parents if you're a childcare provider, even if in prior years, October and November were less busy months.
Yeah, super interesting because we obviously, when they first go in to search for care, that's where our solution really starts to come into play a lot of times, right? Because it's typically those that use the CRM, they first engage and interact with parents right when they start to look. And one of the things we're seeing is the use of video is so powerful these days, right? And so there's a lot of buzz going on right now about doing virtual tours. And since people are largely remote or virtual and contactless, like your center has to show well online, right? Everyone's online shopping and making decisions. And so we're seeing parents react really well to content that's video or at minimum photo about your center. So whether it's on the Winnie platform, which I know we'll talk about some of the stuff you guys have added, or if it's in your marketing campaigns or on your website, the use of video as far up in that customer journey as possible, I think is really good. Obviously, do it for virtual tours because a lot of times people can't come in and tour, but the more you can use it up front when parents first start to search, we're seeing it as a pretty big and good trend right now. So
yeah. I mean, we started Winnie because we saw that millennial parents were searching for childcare online, and we wanted to help these businesses appear great online to this audience. But that is true now more than ever. Like, no one is searching in person anymore. They are all starting their search online. And so you have to have a great internet presence to attract parents and attract families.
Yeah, for sure. What about on the provider side? What are the big trends or things you're hearing from customers?
So providers have definitely experienced a lot of churn in their business due to COVID. But the good news is that parents have also experienced a lot of churn and are looking for new options. And so it's a good time to kind of get in front of new families. Everyone is considering their options fresh. Maybe they used a childcare provider near their work and now they need somewhere near their home. And so it's definitely a time when a lot of people are looking to find a new provider. And so it's okay for the most part that providers have more open spaces because there's more families that need them now.
Yeah, absolutely. It's funny you say that because we talk about it a lot with our customers, kind of kind of preaching that don't be naive and think those families that have withdrawn or paused enrollment are just going to come back, right? And I think human nature, you want to believe that they're going to come back to your center because maybe they've been there for years or whatever, but everyone's reassessing right now, like you're saying. And we've been encouraging folks to use things like drip campaigns and marketing automation and things like a CRM does to go back out to those families who have withdrawn and start to engage them again, right? And those are, in sales and marketing terms, those are the low-hanging fruit. People who already know you and have the highest chance of coming back. Engage them now and make sure that you're getting front and center the status of your center, what maybe your COVID precautions you're taking now, and keeping them all informed, because I agree with you. It's, everyone's kind of reassessing right now, and you need to be on the ball, engaging those that maybe have already been there before. What about your business? Like we also are reassessing and thinking about like, how can we get better and what should we work on? Are you guys doing anything new?
Yeah, so the COVID precautions are huge. Like when parents are searching for childcare, that is now one of the number one things that they're actually looking at on a provider's Winnie page. So we recently added a feature where providers can share what COVID health and safety measures they're taking, whether it's masking or temperature checks, and parents are really examining that field. And so that was a huge new thing that was important. We also recently added on-platform messaging, so parents and providers could communicate right on Winnie and inquire about things like a virtual tour, setting up time to chat. And that is now widely used because everyone is kind of starting their search on the internet.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, the virtual thing is huge, right? Obviously going forward. And that's been driving a lot of what we're doing too. Like this whole contactless environment has really, we've seen a huge demand in our form. We have a forms product. It's similar to, it's digitizing your enrollment packet. So an online portal where you can go and fill out, once you decide you want to enroll with a center, be able to fill out all the paperwork. We pre-populate all the information we have, make it really easy and seamless, digital signature, all that stuff. That's become a big one for us that we've enhanced in this time, right? To make the product even better and useful for everyone. And we're also working on a lighter version of our CRM. So, we have a very robust enterprise solution that a lot of big companies use across the world, 5 different countries and like 4,000 centers on the platform, which is awesome. But a lot of folks who are just now saying, hey, I need something, especially these days, to help me drive higher enrollment rates. I need to get off pen and paper. And so basically what we've done is said, let's really design a second product that's more of an entry-level product. So those folks who are making the jump for the first time can just get the essentials you need to be able to, track the leads that come in any channel that you may have them coming in, and then be able to monitor them and engage with them along the customer journey, and ultimately drive a lot higher conversion rate. So we're super excited about that, because it's a lighter weight solution that folks I think can really benefit from right now, trying to get up and going.
Awesome.
Yeah. And so whether you're on the enterprise solution or the new one of the things that everybody needs is leads, right? So it brings us to kind of the partnership between Winnie and ChildcareCRM. We're so excited about it. I think it couldn't have come at a better time when folks are need to find any way they can to start to drive traffic into their center and ultimately convert and drive up enrollment. So are you guys fired up? What about the partnership?
This is a partnership that makes so much sense. We, as Winnie, we send childcare providers a lot of leads, but then we kind of lose track, and childcare providers are on their own to get those leads to enrollment. And that's where ChildcareCRM really comes in. And so it's such a natural partnership where Winnie can send the leads, as many as these providers need, and then ChildcareCRM make sure that those leads actually enroll. And so it makes a lot of sense, and I'm super excited that now works seamlessly for anyone who wants to enable it.
Yeah. So when they enable it within CRM and say, yes, I want more leads, right? Great. Here's our partner, Winnie, that can do that for you. What happens from there, and how does that integration work?
Yeah, so everyone gets a free page on Winnie that they can claim and update and use to get in front of our audience of millions of parents across the United States. But childcare CRM customers who want to enable this integration can get a special form on their Winnie page that can collect leads directly on their Winnie page and send them right into their childcare CRM. And so it just is a really easy way to drive more leads and make sure that you are actually tracking those leads that you get through Winnie.
Yeah, that's great, right? Because everyone, I mean, we talk to customers daily, right? And everyone says the same thing. They're trying to figure out how to fill back up. So having a channel to do that, a new one with Winnie, I think is awesome. And then to have them funnel straight into the CRM, where we think it's so powerful is, the whole idea of a platform like ours is it does the work for you, right? So it'll engage with the families and you customize and set up how you want, what emails or texts or calls you want them to get, and kind of design your customer journey, what you want it to look like for a prospect who is looking at your center, so that they can focus on what matters most, right? In their center, the children and families in their center. And we know everyone's doing extra these days, and so we feel like anything we can do to kind of take that off their plate can free them up to do so much more in the center.
Absolutely, it is a busy time for everyone, and so we are trying to make providers' lives easier as well.
For sure. So one of the ways we're going to do it, everybody, is Winnie and Childcare CRM are offering an awesome special to kind of celebrate our launch, where we're going to say, look, there's no setup fees, there's no implementation fees, and we're going to give a month free for our platforms too. So if you want to set up Childcare CRM, or if you want to set up Winnie, or both, if you don't use either of us today, we're trying to make it as easy as possible, because right now is the time to get these technologies and kind of what I like to call your tech stack in order, so that you're ready when we kind of grow coming out of this. So we're super excited with Winnie to be able to offer that promo to start. And then for those of you that are going to be at the Childcare Success Summit this week, we're excited. We're going to be there. You guys, Winnie too, we'll have a booth, so you got to come by and see us. Yeah.
I will be there personally. Come hang out.
Same here. Going to be a good time. It's too bad we're not in person and can't do the happy hours and stuff later on, but this is the next best thing. At least we can be virtual and still connect. So,
absolutely, free shots for anyone who enters the Winnie Zoom room.
There you go. Shot. Awesome stuff. Well, thanks, Sarah, for hopping on today. We're super excited, like we said, about the partnership. I think it's good for customers, good for parents, good for Winnie, good for CRM. It's a win-win all the way around, and we're fired up. So thanks for hopping on.
Thank you.
Awesome. Have a good one, everyone.